He breaks opponents with bodywork until they fold.
Nice rear low kick.
It's so hard to land those low kicks because you got two knees.
He survived being dropped twice and still won the fight.
Rear low kick. Rico. Get to the champ. Oh, and a high kick.
Still heavyweight champion of the world.
In over 60 professional kickboxing fights spanning 2 decades, nobody has made him quit. Badr Hari knocked him down twice in one fight and still lost. Ben Saddik landed clean power shots for 4 straight rounds and got finished in the 5th.
Instead of wasting that energy on that
if you see, keep the right hand a couple of times so he doesn't...
Rico caught him again. Jamal's turned his back. He's dangling over the ropes. They'll call this a knockdown.
Benjamin Adegbuyi stunned him early and got knocked out cold in the rematch. Verhoeven doesn't just survive adversity, he thrives in it. His ability to take punishment, stay composed, and outlast opponents who should break him has defined his entire career. Now, on May 23, 2026, he brings that iron chin into a boxing ring against Alexander Usyk, a fighter who has never lost and who broke Tyson Fury's will twice. The question isn't whether Usyk can hurt Verhoeven, it's whether hurting him will be enough. Verhoeven was born in Bergen op Zoom, Netherlands, in April 1989. His father was a karate black belt who brought him to the dojo at 5 years old and never let him skip a session. While other kids played football after school, Verhoeven trained. The discipline was strict, the expectations were high, and by the time he was 7, he had moved into kickboxing. At 16, he was already too big to find opponents his own age, so he fought adults. He trained at Super Pro Sports Center in Zevenbergen under Dennis Crowville, sparring alongside future stars like Benjamin Adegbuyi and Albert Kraus. The gym was full of talented heavyweights, and Verhoeven learned how to hold his ground early. By the time he turned professional around 2004, he had the frame, the work ethic, and the mentality to survive at the top level. What he didn't have yet was the experience to stay there. Verhoeven fought his way through regional Dutch promotions, building his record against local competition and gradually working his way into K1, It's Showtime, and Super Combat. The early years were messy. He lost to Errol Zimmerman by knockout in 2012. He lost to Semi Schilt by decision at the Glory Heavyweight Grand Slam later that year. He was learning what it took to beat world-class fighters, and the lessons came hard. But by 2013, something had shifted. He had found his rhythm, tightened his defense, and started trusting his jab. Glory was becoming the premier kickboxing promotion in the world, and Verhoeven was ready to prove he belonged at the top of it. The Glory 11 Chicago tournament was Verhoeven's breakout moment. He entered as the underdog. Gökhan Saki, the Turkish striker with 79 wins and one of the most feared left hooks in the sport, was the favorite. Saki had knocked out legends and demolished challengers with precision. Verhoeven had never beaten anyone at this level. The first round set the tone. Verhoeven dropped Saki with a clean combination, catching him flush and putting him on the canvas.
Crisp punching combination against the bigger Verhoeven, and that is rolled a... Oh, and Saki taking up...
Saki got up immediately, but the damage was done.
Chris Wagner.
Verhoeven stayed behind his jab for the rest of the fight, controlling range and picking Saki apart with volume.
In his 4 Glory appearances, more than half of his 219 landed strikes have been leg strikes.
The judges gave him the majority decision, and he moved into the final against Daniel Guida. It was the first time the world took him seriously. Guida was everything Verhoeven wasn't. The Romanian had 50 wins, 39 by knockout, and a reputation for ending fights with one clean shot.
Punching at his guard, it's a common mistake.
Verhoeven was fighting on fumes after the Saki war, but he couldn't afford to slow down. The fight went 5 rounds. Verhoeven stayed patient, using his reach to keep Guida at distance and landing straight punches down the middle.
Opening frame. Jab by Guida through the guard. Punch kick combo by Verhoeven lands.
Guida threw power shots, but Verhoeven absorbed them and fired back with combinations.
Inside low kick by Verhoeven, countered body kick by Guida. Shelling up, Verhoeven goes to the body with a left hook.
By the final bell, Verhoeven had outworked him. The judges scored it unanimous, and Verhoeven walked out of Chicago as the Glory Tournament champion. He had won 2 fights in one night against 2 of the best heavyweights in the world. The narrative had changed. 2 months before Verhoeven won the Glory title, he stepped into a boxing ring in Darmstadt, Germany. His opponent was Janos Finfera, a Hungarian heavyweight with 6 fights and 6 losses. Verhoeven moved well, circling and staying out of range. He threw his jab, mixed in some feints, and looked comfortable. In the second round, he uncorked a right hand. Finfera went down hard, stayed on his back for several seconds, and struggled to get up. The referee counted him out. Second round knockout. Verhoeven's boxing record stood at 1-0, and he never fought in a boxing ring again. Until now. 8 months later, they ran it back for the vacant Glory Heavyweight Championship in Los Angeles. This time, it was 5 rounds for the belt. Guida came in sharper, throwing more volume and looking to reclaim what he believed was his. Verhoeven stayed composed, working behind his jab and mixing in body kicks to slow Gietza's offense.
Survivor in there. You can see that he's got
1 minute to go.
The fight was close. Both men landed clean shots, but Verhoeven's volume started to pile up in the later rounds.
Verhoeven's corner. They really want him to keep pushing and throwing that push kick.
He stayed disciplined, never chasing the knockout, just accumulating points and controlling the center of the ring. When the final bell rang, the judges gave it to Verhoeven by unanimous decision. At 25 years old, he was the Glory Heavyweight Champion. The question now was whether he could hold it. Adegbuyi had already fought Verhoeven 6 months earlier and lost a hard-fought decision after stunning the champion in the first round. He earned a rematch by winning the Glory Heavyweight Contender Tournament, and this time he wanted the finish. The Romanian came out fast, throwing heavy punches and looking to test Verhoeven's chin early. But Verhoeven had made adjustments. He stayed calm under pressure, slipping punches and countering with his jab. Midway through the first round, he found his opening. A short right hook landed clean on Adegbuyi's jaw, and the Romanian crumpled. He tried to get up, but the referee waved it off. First round knockout. After the fight, Verhoeven changed his nickname from Prince of Kickboxing to King of Kickboxing. Nobody argued. Badr Hari was the biggest name in kickboxing history. The Moroccan-Dutch legend had over 100 wins, 94 knockouts, and a fan base that treated him like royalty. He had been out of action for over a year, but when he signed to fight Verhoeven at Glory Collision in Germany, it became the biggest kickboxing event in years. Hari promised a first-round knockout. Verhoeven said he would break him. The first round lived up to the hype. Hari came forward aggressively, landing clean punches and opening a cut above Verhoeven's eye.
Good left kick. Left hand up outside and using his jab and his left kick.
The champion absorbed the shots and fired back, but Hari looked dangerous. Then the second round started, and everything changed. Hari threw a low kick, and his arm buckled on impact. He stepped back wincing, and the referee saw it immediately.
What makes Badr very successful is those big hooks when he gets going. And what is Badr doing here?
Hari couldn't continue. The fight was over. Verhoeven won by second round TKO due to injury. It wasn't the ending anyone wanted, but it was a win, and Verhoeven walked out with his belt intact. 3 years later, they met again in Arnhem. This time, Hari wasn't injured. This time, he was winning. Hari dropped Verhoeven in the first round with a clean right hand.
10% of his knockouts are from a right cross.
That rear low kick. Rico. The right hand just put the king down.
Verhoeven got up, but Hari dropped him again later in the fight.
The judges scored that, all 5 giving it to the champ. Oh, and a high kick sends Rico down again.
For the first time in years, Verhoeven looked vulnerable, but he didn't break. He stayed composed, kept working behind his jab, and refused to panic. By the third round, Hari's output had slowed, and Verhoeven was finding his rhythm again. Then, 41 seconds into the third round, Hari attempted a brutal spin high kick, injuring his ankle.
Right hand to the body.
He stumbled, unable to put weight on his leg, and the referee stopped the fight. Verhoeven won by TKO for the second time, and Hari left the ring on crutches. Verhoeven later admitted that Hari had knocked him down twice and nearly won the fight, but nearly wasn't enough. Next on the list to test the king was Ben Saddik. He was 6'9", 280 pounds, and had knocked Verhoeven out a decade earlier when they were both prospects. This was their third meeting, and it was personal. Ben Saddik came forward relentlessly, throwing heavy punches and using his size to back Verhoeven up. They even almost started fighting in the middle of a boxing match.
Oh, and is that a knockdown? Oh, and a big left hand.
It's a knockdown.
And that will do it for the end of the first round.
Verhoeven took the shots and countered with leg kicks, trying to slow the giant down. The fight stayed competitive for 4 rounds. Both men landed clean punches, and at one moment, Saddik even looked like he had the fight in his pocket.
You gotta fight this hard. There's a lion there to get today.
Yeah, you can't keep Rico down. No. You have to put him out if he's gonna stop coming.
But these fights give you respect, you know?
And look at this from Jamal. Incredible stuff here in Arnold.
In the fourth round, Verhoeven opened up. A right overhand landed flush, followed by a flurry of punches. Ben Saddik's legs buckled. He hand on the ropes and the referee jumped in.
Instead of wasting that energy on that
If you see, give the right hand a couple of times so he doesn't...
Rico caught him again. Jamal's turned his back. He's dangling over the ropes. They'll call this a knockdown.
TKO, round 4. The man who had knocked Verhoeven out years earlier couldn't hurt him anymore. Verhoeven had absorbed everything Ben Saddik had and finished him when it mattered. Verhoeven vacated the Glory Heavyweight Championship in late 2023 after holding it for over 11 years. He defended the belt 13 times, won 28 fights under the promotion's banner, and was ranked #1 in the world for over a decade. In all those fights, across all those years, nobody stopped him. He was dropped twice by Badr Hari and won the fight.
10% of his knockouts are from a right cross.
That rear low kick. Rico. The right hand just put the king down. The judges scored that. All 5 giving it to the champ. Oh, and a high kick sends Rico down again.
Still heavyweight champion of the world, Rico Verhoeven.
He was hurt early by Usyk and knocked him out cold in the rematch. He absorbed punishment from Ben Saddik, Gita, and every other challenger Glory put in front of him, and he outlasted them all. His chin isn't just durable, it's a weapon. Now, on May 23rd, Verhoeven brings that iron chin into a boxing ring against Alexander Usyk. Usyk has 24 professional wins, 15 knockouts, and has never lost. He beat Anthony Joshua twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. He has broken the will of every heavyweight he's faced and is arguably the greatest of all time. But he's never fought someone like Verhoeven, someone who gets hit, stays calm, and keeps coming forward no matter what. Verhoeven has one professional boxing match on his record, a second-round knockout over a journeyman in 2014. He has never been tested in a boxing ring the way Usyk has been tested his entire career. But if there's one thing Verhoeven has proven over 2 decades, hurting him isn't enough. You have to stop him, and nobody ever has. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and keep loving boxing. Until the next one.